So, to tell you the honest truth, when I was watching this week's episode, I wasn't all that excited. When I said I wasn't all that excited, wasn't excited, because it seemed like the vampire that they was fighting against in this week's episode was only low-class vampires who was using helicopter plane, I was using suicide tactics, who was using terrorist tactics. Now, because those tactics, the vampire went into the base of Shinjuku and was slaughtering the guys. If it wasn't for you and the rest of them, Shinjuku would have been taken over. Now, it seemed like the leader who was at Shinjuku was asking you and the rest of them if they can help them, because they have to bring them to the defense line. So because of that now, they bring them to the defense line and they will get attacked by a vampire. In a helicopter again. If Yoichi we just use his arrow to quickly dispose of that vampire instead of just dodging all the time, they would have been okay right there. Now, it seems like Meek was with the guy who turned him into a vampire. Actually, the guy who almost killed him. The person who turned Meek into a vampire was the supreme ruler. Now, it seems like Meek can drink human blood. He can drink it, but he just don't want to. The only blood that he drank was the supreme leader, the supreme vampire blood, the one that turned the other vampires into nobles. Now, it seems like Gren was disposing of some of those vampires. You and his team get separated, and it seems like they have to go the separate way. That's why I have to say this week's episode wasn't all that exciting. Maybe next week's episode is gonna get excited, but this week's episode wasn't extremely exciting. Now, after Meek see Gren, it seemed like he was just looking at him. Right now, Meek is a noble vampire. He's extremely fast. He have a first-class weapon. Now, can't wait for next week's episode, because seriously, this week's episode was extremely boring, and because it was boring, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Subscribe, like the video, comment in the comment box if you feel like it. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again.